Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whiskey Clan, and MJ Casserole. Mr. Ricardo Jenkins, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. You can look at me, not the camera.
Yeah, that's better. I wouldn't mind. Give me something to look to.
I'll tell you what. Right, so listen, exciting news. You have just been signed by Let's Go Management, Lee Eaton.
Yeah, just been signed now, yeah. So everything's just come out now. Glad to get the posters out and everything on my social media and let everybody know now that I've been signed.
Well, it's a little while since we spoke to you. I think back end of last year when you were down at the Queensbury show having a little look around, and you got a bit of a taste for it that night, didn't you?
Yeah, I was having a good little look around. Obviously, watching the fights, getting to meet new people getting to meet me and have a look. Obviously, a few people knew me already, do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it was good to meet a few people and obviously, like Terry said, get to know people and interact.
Yeah. Well, listen, you've come back and, you've now turned professional. You've got to go for, I think you've got a meeting coming up in a few weeks' time and then you get your medical sorted. You should all be licensed some point in the next couple of months, hopefully. Are you looking forward to it?
I can't wait. Obviously, I've boxed as an amateur I've trained as an amateur since being 6-7-year-old.
Yeah.
I've boxed since being 10. I did a lot in the amateur, had a lot of fights, but I've always said I was more suited to a professional style. Do you know what I mean? I was always made for the pros.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time before I turned professional and had my debut sorted. So that time's finally come now and I'm more than ready.
Okay. So, you've got Lee Eaton looking after you. Lee's a very well-known manager and Let's Go Management, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Got a lot of boxers on their books and they have a little bit of a habit of getting into pretty decent fights pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do, yeah. But the fights that I want, do you know what I mean? That's how I want to be treated. Obviously, I'm ready for it all anyway.
And, of course, you're over with Terry Spencer in Widnes, and he's got a few good fighters in the gym, of course, Jack Power, Leon Willings, yourself, Matthew Rennie. There's a few others as well.
Yeah.
Not missing out, of course, John Edo. Who's,
of course.
Can't miss Edo out. But you're in good ilk over there. You've got a really good team around you. And how have you found sort of that transition from amateur to professional style already? Because I'm assuming you've already started that journey.
Yeah, no, of course. It's unbelievable, It's slight little tweaks. You wouldn't really think it makes that much of a difference. But when you come to notice it, it's like a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
You can the pace so much more different. You can really work on things and express with your shots. And there's a lot of different things, but a lot of similarities as well. But like I said, it's a completely different game.
Well, you boxed at a very high level as an amateur. You've been out there and, you've tested yourself against some of the best in the amateur game.
Of course.
You're obviously going to go into some very good fights very, very quickly. How are you going to sort of find that transition between fighting a professional fighter and fighting an amateur fighter?
Well, obviously, with my experience as an amateur, I was fighting people 50, 60, 70 odd fights, all of us were experienced. And I truly believe, as I always said, there was people that are boxing amateurs that I know I could have beat way easier as a professional, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That pace difference, it's just, it doesn't really interest me. I know there's people out there who's won a lot more and done a lot more as a professional, but like I said, it's my game and it's for my taking, so I'm just going to do what I've got to do and go out there and show people what I'm about.
Well, we've had a little look at a few of your sessions, and you're really coming on really nicely. Are you going to be a power puncher, or are you going to be a little bit more technical as a boxer?
Time can only tell, but I can tell you one thing: there's definitely going to be a mixture of both. Definitely going to be.
We're still going to have a mixture of both. He's just trying to sneak in with a coffee. Come here, Jamie.
Got a Diet Coke.
No, it's not a Diet Coke. So listen. Just talking about Ricardo turning professional and the transition he's already going through from the amateur to the professional game. He says he's really looking forward to the pace, etc. How has he been going in the gym?
No, he's been going brilliant. He's obviously had quite a flashy style in the arms, but now I've got him sitting down on the shots. He's really starting to sink them in. Yeah. He's going to make a big impression, and obviously he's still only young. He's got a lot of years in this pro game now, but he's going to make a huge impact when he finally hits the scene.
And what level do you think Ricardo can get at? Because you've been working with him for a little while now.
Yeah.
So where do you think he can go in maybe the short and medium term?
Short and medium term, I'd give it maybe 2 years, 3 years. He'll be going for the titles, whether that's Central Area, English, British, or whether we maybe go down the Commonwealth European route. Yeah. But genuinely, he can go all the way. As long as he keeps his head screwed on, keeps listening, keeps training hard like he is doing. He's got the talent. You've seen it in the arms. He really is. He will be a special talent. And it's exciting.
I'll tell you what, with an haircut like that, you're going to have to keep your ear screwed on, mate. Come on.
Fucking hell,
give him that.
Let him skin it.
Oh, It's the hair. Every interview we have is the hair. I think you're starting to get a bit jealous of my hairdo, you know.
Well, I'm getting a bit jealous of anyone who's got any hair because I've not got a lot, mate.
Nah, you're getting by just about anyway.
I'll have to nip over to Turkey, mate, soon, won't I?
Soon enough.
Sooner rather than later. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a great journey that you're looking forward to. You're quite a cool character. You're quite a sort of old head on young shoulders.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to kind of help you through those early stages of being a professional?
Well, I think it will do. Obviously, I think I'm quite a likable person, you know.
You're all right.
I think I'm a nice person to have a chat with, get along. So I think I'll have a sort of personality that'll speak to people. Obviously, I'm not a cocky person. I just express how I am, and I am what I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I'm going to be. So you either hate me, you love me. It's one of them. I'm always going to be the same way I'm going to be. That's just how I am.
Yeah. Well, you're looking forward to a good journey, and we're looking forward to seeing how you get on. I'm sure that Lee Eaton is going to get you out on some really good shows. He's got a lot of connections, of course, Lee, and I think it's exciting times for you, mate.
Oh, I can't wait. Honestly, it's like a dream come true, realistically, isn't it? Because it's what I've worked for since being, like I said at the start of the interview, 7 years of age. I've worked all the fights I had as an amateur, the titles and things, everything that I won. It was all just leading up to this one moment, and that's my professional debut. So to know that it's in arm's reach now, it's only a few months away. I'm ready now, and I genuinely can't wait.
So you're hoping to get out maybe 2 or 3 times this year?
Hopefully, yeah.
And obviously you're going to go up and have your licence meeting and all the bits that you have to as a professional boxer that perhaps the public don't know that you have to go through.
No, of course.
Got medicals to get through, of course. Once you've done that, do you reckon that realistically you might be out by maybe April, May time, do you think?
Around April, I may, yeah. Like I said, obviously, when I was talking to Terry and obviously Jamie, of course.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm more than ready now. Obviously, I've been in the gym training like this since last year, do you know what I mean? May, June time, transitioning over. Even when I was still fighting amateur, I was still transitioning sort of. So, obviously, weight's never really an issue. I'm always in good shape. I always walk around in good shape. So, it's just... as soon as I get that phone call to say I'm fighting, I'm always ready. Do you know what I mean? I won't need too long.
Right. Now, listen, a very, very important part of a young boxer's life is sponsorship.
Yeah, most definitely.
I know you've got 1 or 2 people that you've got on board already, but of course, you know, it's not cheap to be a professional boxer.
No, definitely not.
So give us a little bit of a plug, really, for the guys that you've got on board, and also, you know, a message to anyone that wants to come and join the journey.
No, of course. I've got a few sponsors at the minute, you know. I've got Flux Activewear, quite a good company. Good clothing brand. We've got a lot of bits out there. Check them out.
Yeah.
I've got there's a lot of good. I've got a good few sponsors, to be fair.
Well, we'll tag them in because it's difficult to remember.
No, I'll give them a mention.
But obviously, you know, the more sponsors on board, the bigger and quicker the journey. So, you know, is there room for a couple more to come in?
No, of course. Like I said, I'm always open to sponsors. They help out a lot in the pros. I was about to say amateurs, then I'm still thinking with an amateur mind, but they help out a lot in the pros because you don't really see what goes on behind the scenes until you're involved in it yourself. Yeah. There's a lot that goes on behind it, and obviously it's not the easiest thing to do, especially as a young lad like myself. So they help a lot. So anybody really who's interested in sponsoring, get in contact with either me or Jonathan from Ringwalk Media,
or Terry,
or Jamie,
or even Lee Eaton.
Even Lee Eaton, give him manager Lee a text,
He'll take his share though, so don't tell him.
Oh yeah, don't mind that with him. We'll keep that one between us,
No, listen, Lee's a good guy.
He is.
Well, listen, it's great to see you, mate. You're looking in fine form. You're looking very fit and healthy, and it's looking forward to this journey. I think it's going to be quite a big rise. I think it's going to be a very quick one.
No, of course, yeah.
But whatever happens, whatever speed it goes, I wish you the best, mate.
Thank you very much.
I am sure we'll have a few more of these interviews 100%. As you get further up the tree, mate.
Time will tell, won't it, eh?
Well, listen, go and enjoy the evening tonight.
I will do.
And we'll catch you again soon.